The job market right now for early career developers is dire. So the question is, what can you do about it? Okay, so quickly, who am I and what makes me the authority on this subject? Well, my name is Isaac. I'm the founder of juniordeveloper.careers. I've worked for the last 4 years on helping a lot of people land their first job in tech, excel their careers from sort of pre-software engineer in software engineer up to mid and senior level. I myself was a career changer. I didn't write my first line of code until I was 29 and a half, and since then I've helped hundreds of people into the industry. Okay, let's get into it. If you're watching this video right now, there are probably 4 big questions on your mind and a couple of life-changing decisions. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first question that will be on the mind of a lot of you is, should you quit your job and learn how to code right now? And here's the absolute truth. As someone who has helped people do that in the past, somebody who did that themselves, hand up to God, don't do that right now. We are in a pretty tough cycle of the job market. We are in a down. Now, there are some hopes, some signs coming that it is going to improve soon, but at the minute it's not there. And what you often find when companies are doing mass layoffs or they've restricted hiring is that they then only concentrate on mid to senior level engineers, and junior levels disproportionately get hit in the market. Now, the problem with quitting your job right now with the ambitions or the hopes of wanting to learn how to code and to sort of land a job in the industry is it's kind of flawed, right? You can quit your job, you can learn to code, but will you get a job at the end of it is the big question. And right now, that is a big if. Now, how can you overcome that? What can you do if you do really want to learn to code? You know, you want to empower your life, you want to get better, you want to earn more money, you want to be in a growing industry, then what should you do to achieve that? Well, unless you are young, unless you are quite privileged in the sense that you don't have a lot of outgoings, unless you have enough, passive income built somewhere that you can leave your job, then these are the things that I would do in these steps if I was you. Number 1, work part-time. I did this when I came into the industry. I was working Saturday and Sunday, 12-hour shifts each day, and then I was studying all the way throughout the week and working throughout the week to keep a roof over the head of my family, keep food in our stomachs while I came in. Now, again, at that time, it was a little bit less competitive. I'm going to say it wasn't easy. It was still tough. It was less competitive. So that's the way I did it. Number 2, invest in your skills. Keep building, keep learning, keep getting better at what you do. Number 3, invest in your CV, resume, get it reviewed, get it checked over. That's the key point that you're going to send out to companies. And if it's no good, you're not going to get any interviews anyway. Now, the 4th and final thing is be proactive and go out there and find the jobs. So what do I mean by that? Network, go to meetups, go meet companies, go speak with them. You'll find a lot of recruiters and a lot of hiring managers, a lot of company owners at meetups, especially the ones related to the tech that you want to go into. Say, for example, if you want to be a front-end developer, go to a local JavaScript meetup and show them that you are a proactive person who is eager to be in the industry, eager to learn, and you'll do a lot better. Now, one of the downsides to trying to get into the industry, to quitting your job and thinking, right, I'm going to quit everything, I'm going to throw it all away, I'm going to learn how to code, I'm going to become a developer, is the serious impact it will have on your mental health. I've coached a lot of people who are really struggling with their mental health because they've got bills looming, they're struggling to pay, they're really struggling to make ends meet because they've gone headfirst into this because some bootcamp has sold them a dream. Please don't do that right now. Learn how to code, keep your job, pay your bills. Your mental health will really, really thank you for it. So the question is when should you jack in your job? Well, when you get a job offer. I mean, keep going until you keep applying, keep learning, and when you actually get a job offer as a software engineer, then you take your badge and throw it at the wall and be cool and quit cool and something along those lines. Unless, of course, you may need to go back to that job one day, then do it nicely. Okay, so briefly as well, before we move on to the next big question that you're probably asking right now, you should know that the things I'm going to say to you in this video are not what you want to hear, but they are what you need to hear. So stick to the end. So of the 4 questions that we are going to cover, we've done 1. And number 2 is, are there actually no junior developer jobs left? Now, you probably asked that question first, but I left it till second for a reason. Let's go over the job market right now and understand what's going on. Okay, so the first note to make is that after the big C19, many tech companies were making money hand over fist. They couldn't get enough. People were online, people were buying things, so they were investing and they were hiring. I'm not joking when I say to you in 2021, 2022, I would put my CV up on a job board and my phone would ring about 60 times from about 60 different recruiters in the course of a few days, and my wife will verify this. It was ridiculous. If I do the same thing today, I'll be lucky if I get 2 or 3 calls and I'm 4 years, 5 years in as a senior software engineer. But what does that mean to you? Okay, so as somebody who is early on in their career, you are hit when companies go on hiring freezes or when they hire. So because companies now are sort of leveling out their income from what happened after the big C, they are having to let thousands and thousands of people go. So when they do actually hire, in the midst of letting people go, they are only hiring senior level people because they don't have the resources to support juniors, because they want the work done now. it's become a bit of a nasty tit-for-tat time in the market. The second reason why the market is so bad for entry-level tech jobs right now is the amount of competition on the market. So if you go back 10 years, there were no boot camps. Traditionally, there were only two forms of avenue into tech. The major one being people with CS degrees or people with some sort of degree in computing or IT or something related to that. And the other angle were self-taught developers, but that was a very, very small part of the industry back then. So can you imagine what it's like now in the time of boot camps? And there are so many of them. And one of the detrimental things about boot camps is that the government decided to step in, especially in the UK, and start funding them for free. So boot camps were obviously cha-ching, money, again, hand over fist, just getting people in, bums on seats, getting them out the door. The market got flooded. So every single junior job that you see that they are going for, hundreds of people are applying for the same job. Okay, so they are two big factors that are having an impact on the market at entry level, quite a big impact. But one thing you should know is that markets move in waves. They often go up and down. That's not just the financial markets, that's the recruitment markets, that's just everything. But as we come out of this sort of down and we start moving up to where companies are going to start hiring again at your level, the question is are you going to be somebody who's going to be prepared? Are you doing all the right things now to make sure that you are going to be the front of the list, the most prepared, the most relevant to each job? Or are you going to be passive? Are you just sitting there saying, well, it's tough, I'm not going to do it, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And when the market does start picking up again and hiring again, you're going to be last on the pile. Just FYI, guys, there's some links in the comments where you can book a one-to-one with me. We can talk about your CV or your resume. We can talk about your time in the industry if you're a senior developer. If you want career guidance, coaching, the best path for you to break into the industry. I do charge a very small amount, but you can have that one-on-one time with me where we'll discuss your goals, careers, ambitions, and we'll get you on the right path. We'll get you into the industry. Or if you are in the industry, if you're a senior developer, I can also spend the time with you to make sure that you are happy and you are fulfilled. Okay, so we've covered 2 questions of the 4, and that was painful. I feel for you right now because you are probably thinking, well, what the hell am I going to do about all of this? And guess what? That's the third question that you're probably asking yourself right now. What can I do with all this information that you just given me a second? How can I make sure that when the wave starts going up, I am going to be at the front of the wave? I want to be first. I don't want to be at the back of the pile. How can I do that? I'm going to tell you. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll see I put a lot of importance on CV, on skills, on interviewing, on soft skills, and I give a hell of a lot of information for free. So once you're done with this video, go check out some of the others or leave some comments and telling me what you want to learn about so I can make some more videos for you. Now, when I say I've helped hundreds, if not possibly thousands of people into the industry, I'm not lying. Go on my LinkedIn, check it out, and you will know. I am somebody who talks the talk and walks the walk. So there's 3 things that I found had the biggest impact on everyone I've coached, mentored, worked with, hired, and sort of helped along, even if it's just a few verbal words. The first thing, if you really want to stand out as a software developer, build. It doesn't matter what you build. Pick your technology for the area that you want to be into. If you want to be a front-end developer, go build websites. If you want to be a back-end developer, build back-end systems and databases. If you want to be a data engineer, build data systems, DevOps engineer pipelines. You see where I'm going with this. The more you build, the more you will be able to talk about, the more confident you will be, the more projects you've got to show companies. It will show your tenacity, your compassion, your ability. Build. Number 2, learn everything about writing CVs, okay? Now, I am biased. This is my area, okay? And I do CV reviews or one-on-ones in the comments below. I charge for this. However, you don't need to do that. Go through all my videos, get all the information for free, or build yourself a CV or a resume that's highly tailored, that's factual, that's informational, that's straight to the point. Use all the information I'm giving you for free and get it done. Remember, your CV is your entry point to a company. It's the first thing they're going to see. Just get it right and you'll be laughing. And the third thing you need to do to make sure you're at the front of the pile as this wave starts going back up, this hiring wave, is get out there and network. Networking is not just done online, especially on LinkedIn. I mean, do your bits in there, of course, but go out to your local meetups, go meet hiring managers, go meet recruiters, go meet developers who are working at the companies where you might end up working one day. You may get an internal referral from them. But guess what? You won't if you're not there. They can't give you a referral to someone they don't know. So go out, network, and meet people. Okay, so the last question, and probably the most important for us right now, and the one that's going to mean everything to you, is that, can I actually get a job in this market or am I wasting my time? Look, guys and girls and everyone in between, I'm going to tell you this now, straightforward. Yes, you can get a job in this market. Is it easy? No. Is it doable? Yes. Now, if you want to learn more about how to stand out in this market, obviously follow, subscribe, go through the rest of my videos and learn everything there is to learn. Book a meeting with me. By all means, we will have this conversation. Follow me on LinkedIn. You'll see I give a lot more information. The market's tough, but it will bounce back. Now, I love making content, so please, if you've got any ideas of things you want me to talk about, give me some ideas in the comments, but I'd love to hear your opinion on what you think the market is like right now as well, because there are big things going on, so let me know.